call, that how regularly we should recite prayers and prayers for glorifying the Lord. And as we briefly discussed yesterday, there are different ways, we can say prayers, or different reasons why we recite prayers. So very basic level, from our childhood, we have seen, like, we always used to pray to the Lord. Especially I remember, like, before my exam, I would pray to the Lord so that I could, get good marks in my exams. So that is kind of a very selfish prayer to get something from the Lord, right? So there are different kind of devotees who go to the Lord, Artharthi, Jigyasu, and Jnani. So if we want something, I'm in the distress of the exam, or that's why I'm praying to the Lord, so that I can remember everything and I can, get good marks. So then maybe to afterwards, when I grew up, like, to get a better job, I was, and many of us, we pray to the Lord for different reasons. But what Srinivas Charan Prabhu started this call is not for our kind of some selfish motives, but this is the glorification of the Lord. That is the highest level of prayers which we can do. That is not for any ulterior motives, but we want to perform a devotional service. We want to render a devotional service by reciting prayers to the Lord. That is not for any selfish motives or not any material gain, right? That is the purpose of reciting this regularly, daily prayers. So with that, we can get started. So Prabhu, I remember you told me to recite in the which meter?
Vishnu
Like,
Sahasranama.
Vishnu Sahasranama.
Yeah.
Let me. I hope I will be able to recite in that. I will get started. Vasudeva Paraveda, Vasudeva Paramakaha, Vasudeva Parayoga, Vasudeva Parakriyaha, Vasudeva Paramjnanam, Vasudeva Parantapaha, Vasudeva Parodharmo, Vasudeva Paragatihi. So is this the correct middle, Prabhu?
Yeah, that's perfect.
No, this is a good format, or should we do like 2 lines and then first and then 2 lines everybody else? How we want? Is that okay?
Like call and repeat fashion, you are saying?
Call and repeat, or I can sing 2 lines, recite, and then everybody can recite next 2 lines. Is that we want to follow, or I'm okay to do either way.
Yeah.
Call and repeat will be good, because then everybody
get let's try. Yeah, call and repeat.
So I'll do first 2 lines and then everybody else will do the next 2 lines, right? That way?
Yes.
No.
Entire?
Yeah, entire.
One line, you mean, or 4 lines together?
Two lines.
Okay.
Vasudeva Paradeva Veda Vasudeva Paramaka, and then we'll repeat.
Okay, sure, bro. We'll start from the beginning. Vasudeva Paraveda Vasudeva Paramakaha,
Vasudeva Paraveda Vasudeva Paramaka,
Vasudeva Parayoga Vasudeva Parahakriyaha,
Vasudeva Parayoga Vasudeva
Parakriya,
Vasudeva Param Jnanam Vasudeva Param Tapaha,
Vasudeva Param Vasudeva Param Tapaha,
Vasudeva Parodharmo Vasudeva Paragatihi,
Vasudeva Parodharmo Vasudeva Paragatihi.
Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Vasudevaya Dhimahi,
Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Vasudevaya Dhimahi.
Pradyumnaya Anuruddhaya Namah Sankarshanaya Cha,
Pradyumnaya Niruddhaya Namah Sankarshanaya Cha,
Krishna Krishna Mahabaho Bhakta Nama Abhyankara,
Krishna Krishna Mahabaho Bhaktanam Abhyankara,
Tam Eko Daya Mananam Apavargosi Sunsrute,
Tvameko Dahyamananam Apavargosi Sute,
Somebody is writing onto my screen. Who is that? Maybe Prabhu, can you? Is there a way to stop that? Somebody is sending, marking on the screen.
Okay.
Prabhu is saying that there's an English side of this on the right side. Yeah. So you continue.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaaya cha
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च
Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha
Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya
नमो
Namo
नमः
Namaha.
Nama Pankaj Nabhaya Nama Pankaj Maline
नमः
Nama Pankajanabhaya Nama
पङ्कजमालिने
Pankajamaline.
Nama Pankaj Netraya Namaste Pankajangraye
नमः
Nama
पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रे
Shriyaha Patir Yajnapatir Pratyapatir
श्रियः पतिर्यज्ञपतिर्प्रजापतिर्
Dhiyam Patir Lokapatir Dharapatihi
धियां पतिर्लोकपतिर्धरापतिः
Patir Chandaka Vrishnisatpatam
पतिर्गतिश्चान्दका विष्णुसात्वताम्
Prasidatam me Bhagavan Satam Patihi
प्रसीदतां मे भगवान् सतां पतिः
Tasmai Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhimahi
तस्मै नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धीमहि
Janmayaya Durjaya Mam Vadanti Jagadgurum
Maya Durjaya
जन्मायया मां वदन्ति जगद्गुरुम्
Narayana Paraveda Deva Narayanam Gaja
Narayanam
परं
Param
वेदा
Praveda
देवा
Deva
नारायणा गजाः
Narayana Paraloka Narayana Paramakaha
Narayana Param
लोका नारायण परात्मा
Narayana Parayogo Narayana Parantapaha
Narayana
परो योगो नारायण
Narayana
परन्तपः
Param Tapa.
Narayana Paramjnanam Narayana Paragatihi
Narayana Param Narayana Param
Namaste Shrita Satvaya Dharmadinam cha Sutaye
Preshita Satvaya Dharmadina Sutaye
Nirgunaya cha Yatkan Kashtam Nahum Veda Para Pare
Nirgunaya Veda Pare Picha
Namo Vishuddha Satvaya Haraye Harimedase
Vishuddha Satvaya Haraye Harimedase
Vasudevaya Krishnaya Prabhave Sarvasatvatam
वासुदेवाय कृष्णाय प्रभवे सर्वसात्वताम्
Namak Kamal Nabhaya Namak Kamal Maline
नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने
Kamal
Namak Kamal Padaya Namaste Kamal Lekshana
नमः
Namah Kamala
कमलपदाय
Padaya
नमस्ते
Kamale
कमलेक्षणाम्
Namah Samaya Shuddhaya Purushaya Paraya cha
नमः
Namaskar
समाय
Siddhaya
पुरुषाय पराय च
Purusharaya
Vasudevaya Satvaya Tubhyam Bhagavate Namaha
Vasudevaya Satvaya Tudyam
भगवते नमः
Namaste Krishna Garbhaya Veda Garbhaya Vedase
नमस्ते वृष्णिगर्भाय वेदगर्भाय वेदसे
Sri Nabhaya Triprishtaya Shri Vishtaya Vishnave
श्रीनाथाय त्रिकृष्णाय श्रीविष्णाय विष्णवे
Krishna Krishna Mahayogi Tvam Adya Purusha Paraha
कृष्ण कृष्ण महायोगिं समाद्य पुरुषः परः
Vyakta Vyaktam Idam Vishwam Rupam Te Brahmana Viduhu
व्यक्ताव्यक्तम् इदं विश्वं रूपं ते ब्रह्मणा विदुः
Nama Paramakalyan Nama Paramamangala
Namah
परमकल्याण नमः परममङ्गल
वासुदेवाय शान्ताय यदूनां पतये नमः।
वासुदेवाय शान्ताय यदूनां पतये नमः।
नमस्तुभ्यं भगवते पुरुषाय महात्मने।
नमस्तुभ्यं भगवते
पुरुषाय महात्मने
भूतावासाय भूताय परया परमात्मने।
भूतावासाय
भूताय पराय परमात्मने
नमो अनन्ताय स्मुक्षाय कूटस्थाय विपश्चिते।
नमो
अनन्ताय सुखाय कूटस्थाय विपश्चिते
नानावादानुरोधाय वाच्यवाचकशक्तये।
नानावरुरोधाय वाच्यवाचकशक्तये
नमः प्रमाणमूलाय कवये शास्त्रयोनये।
नमः प्रमाणमूलाय कवये शास्त्रयोनये
प्रवृत्ताय निवृत्ताय निगमाय नमो नमः।
प्रवृत्ताय निवृत्ताय निगमाय नमो नमः।
नमो कृष्णाय रामाय वसुदेवसुताय च।
नमः कृष्णाय रामाय वासुदेवाय च
प्रद्युम्नाय निरुद्धाय सात्वतां पतये नमः।
प्रद्युम्नाय सात्वतां पतये नमः।
नमो गुणप्रदीपाय गुणात्माच्छादनाय च।
नमो
गुणप्रदीपाय गुणात्माच्छादनाय च
गुणवृत्य उपलक्ष्याय गुणद्रष्टे स्वसंविदे।
गुणोपलक्ष्याय गुणद्रष्टे संविदे
नमस्तुभ्यं भगवते पुरुषाय महात्मने।
नमस्तुभ्यं भगवते
पुरुषाय महात्मने
वासुदेवाय कृष्णाय सात्वतां पतये नमः।
वासुदेवाय
कृष्णाय सात्वतां पतये नमः।
उवाच कृष्ण कृष्ण महायोगिन् विश्वात्मन विश्वसंभव।
कृष्ण कृष्ण महायोगिन्
कृष्ण कृष्ण
विश्वात्मसंभव
महायोगिन विश्वसंभव
भवतालोकनाथेन स नाथा वयमच्युत।
भवता लोकनाथेन सनाथा वयमच्युता
सनातनवयमच्युत
त्वं न परमकं दैवं त्वं न इन्द्रो जगत्पते।
त्वं न
परमकं दैवं त्वं न इन्द्रो जगत्पते
जगत्पते
भवाय भव गोविप्र देवानां ये च साधवः।
भावाय
भवतो
देवानां
विप्रदेवानां
ये
च
च
साधवः
नमस्तुभ्यं भगवते ब्रह्मणे परमात्मने।
नमस्तुभ्यं भगवते
ब्रह्मणे
ब्रह्मणे
परमात्मने
परमात्मने
न यत्र श्रूयते माया लोकसृष्टिविकल्पना।
न यत्र
यत्र
श्रुते
श्रूयते माया
माया
लोकसृष्टिविकल्पना
कृष्ण कृष्ण प्रमेयात्मन् योगेश जगदेश्वर।
कृष्ण
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 परमेयात्मन्
परमेयात्मन्
योगेश
योगेश
जगदीश्वर
ईश्वर
वासुदेव किलावास सात्वतां प्रवर प्रभो।
वासुदेवाखिलावास सात्वतां प्रवर प्रभो
सर्व एव यजन्ति त्वां सर्वदेव महेश्वरम्।
सर्वदेव यजन्ति
सर्वदेवयजन्ति
त्वां
त्वां
सर्वदेवमहेश्वरम्
सर्वदेवमहेश्वरम्
येऽप्यन्यदेवता देवतभक्ता यद्यप्यन्यधिय प्रभो।
अन्यदेवता भक्ता यद्यप्यन्यधियः प्रभो
नमस्तेऽद्भुतसिंहाय सधुलोकभयापः।
नमस्ते भूतसिंहाय साधुलोकभयापः
वामनाय नमस्तुभ्यं क्रान्तत्रिभुवनाय च।
वामनाय नमस्तुभ्यं क्रान्त त्रिभुवनाय च
नमो भृगूनां पतये धृतशत्रवनच्छिदे।
नमो भृगूनां पतये सर्वच्छदे
नमस्ते रघुवर्याय रावणान्तकराय च।
नमस्ते
ते रघुवाराय रावणान्तकराय च
नमस्ते वासुदेवाय नमः संकर्षणाय च।
नमस्ते
वासुदेवाय
वासुदेवाय
नमः
नमः
संकर्षणाय
शङ्करसाम्राय
च
च
प्रद्युम्नाय अनिरुद्धाय सात्वतां पतये नमः।
प्रद्युम्नाय निरुद्धाय
प्रद्युम्नाय
सात्वतां
सात्वतां
पतये
पतये
नमः।
नमः।
नमो बुद्धाय शुद्धाय दैत्यदानवमोहिने।
नमो
नमो
बुद्धाय
बुद्धाय
शुद्धाय
शुद्धाय दैत्यदानवमोहिने।
म्लेच्छप्राय क्षत्रहन्ते नमस्ते कल्किरूपिणे।
क्लेशप्राहन्त्रे
म्लेच्छप्राहन्त्रे
नमस्ते
नमस्ते
कल्किरूपिणे।
कल्किरूपिणे।
नमो विज्ञानमात्राय सर्वप्रत्ययहेतवे।
नमो
नमो
बुद्धाय
विज्ञानमात्राय
विज्ञानमात्राय
सर्वप्रत्ययहेतवे।
सर्वप्रत्ययहेतवे।
पुरुषप्रधानाय ब्रह्मणेऽनन्तशक्तये।
पुरुषे
पुरुषेशप्रधनाय ब्रह्मणेऽनन्तशक्तये।
नमस्ते वासुदेवाय सर्वभूतक्षयाय च।
नमस्ते
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 वासुदेवाय
वासुदेवाय
सर्वभूतक्षयाय च।
सर्वभूतक्षयाय च।
ऋषिकेश नमस्तुभ्यं प्रपन्नं पाहि मां प्रभो।
ऋषिकेश
ऋषिकेश
नमस्तुभ्यं
नमस्तुभ्यं
प्रपन्नं
प्रपन्नं
पाहि
पाहि
मां
मां
प्रभो।
प्रभो।
कृष्ण कृष्ण महायोगिन् विश्वात्मन विश्वभावन।
कृष्ण
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 महायोगिन्
महायोगिन्
विश्वात्मा
विश्वात्मा विश्वभावना।
विश्वभावना।
प्रपन्नां पाहि गोविन्द शिशुभिश्चावसीदत्तिम्।
प्रसन्नं
प्रपन्नं
प्रपन्नं
पाहि
पाहि
गोविन्द
गोविन्द
शिशुभिर्चाविसीदतम्।
शिशुभिर्चाविसीदतम्।
नमः कृष्णाय शुद्धाय ब्रह्मणे परमात्मने।
नमः
नमः
कृष्णाय
कृष्णाय
शुद्धाय
सिद्धाय ब्रह्मणे
परमात्मने
परमात्मने।
योगेश्वराय योगाय त्वामहं शरणं गता।
योगीश्वराय
योगेश्वराय
योगेश्वराय
योगाय
त्वामहं
शरणं
शरणं
गता।
गता।
नमस्ते देवदेवेश शङ्खचक्रगदाधर।
नमस्ते
नमस्ते देव
देवदेव
देवेश शङ्खचक्रगदाधर।
भक्ते चोपात्तरूपाय परमात्मन नमोऽस्तु ते।
भक्ते चोपात्तरूपाय परमात्मा नमोऽस्तुते।
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने।
नमः
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 पङ्कजनाभाय
पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः
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 पङ्कजमालिने।
पङ्कजमालिने।
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रये।
नमः
नमः
पङ्कजनेत्राय
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 नमस्ते
नमस्ते
पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये।
पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये।
नमो भगवते तुभ्यं वासुदेवाय विष्णवे।
नमो
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 भगवते
भगवते
तुभ्यं
भगवते वासुदेवाय
वासुदेवाय
विष्णवे।
विष्णवे।
पुरुषायादिबीजाय पूर्णबोधाय ते नमः।
पुरुषाय
कृष्णायादिबीजाय
पुरुषायादिबीजाय
पूर्णबोधाय
पूर्णबोधाय
ते
ते
नमः।
नमः।
देवदेव जगन्नाथ गोविन्द पुरुषोत्तम।
देवदेव
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 जगन्नाथ
जगन्नाथ
गोविन्द पुरुषोत्तम।
पुरुषोत्तम।
नारायण ऋषिकेश पुण्यश्लोकाच्युताव्यय।
नारायण
नारायण
ऋषिकेश
ऋषिकेश
पुण्यश्लोकाच्युताव्यय।
पुण्यश्लोकाच्युताव्यय।
नमस्ते सर्वभावाय ब्रह्मणेऽनन्तशक्तये शक्तये।
नमस्ते
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 सर्वभावाय
सर्वभावाय
ब्रह्मणे सशक्तये।
ब्रह्मणेऽनन्तशक्तये।
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय योगानां पतये नमः।
कृष्णाय
कृष्णाय
वासुदेवाय
वासुदेवाय
योगानां
योगानां
पतये
पतये
नमः।
नमः।
नमस्ते देवदेवेश प्रपन्नार्तिहराव्यय।
नमस्ते
नमस्ते
देव
ते
देव
देव
देवेश
देवेश
प्रपन्नार्तिहराव्यय।
प्रपन्नार्तिहराव्यय।
प्रपन्नान् पाहि न कृष्ण निर्विन्नान् घोरसंसृते।
प्रपन्नान्
प्रपन्नान् पाहि
प्रपन्नार्तिनः
नाम
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
निर्विघ्नान् घोरसंश्रुते।
घोरसंश्लिष्ट।
कृष्ण कृष्ण महायोगिन् सङ्कर्षण सनातन।
कृष्ण
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 महायोगिन्
महायोगं
सङ्कर्षण सनातन।
जाने वाम् अस्य यत् साक्षात् प्रधान पुरुषौ परौ।
जाने
जाने वामस्य यत् साक्षात् प्रधानपुरुषौ परौ।
राम राम प्रमेयात्मन् कृष्ण योगेश्वरेश्वरेश्वरेश्वर।
राम
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 राम प्रमेयात्मन्
परमात्मा
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
योगेश्वरेश्वर।
योगेश्वरेश्वर।
वेदाहं वां विश्वसृजाम् ईश्वराव आदिपुरुषौ।
वेदाहं
वेदाहं
वेदान्तं
वां
विश्वसृजां ईश्वरौ आदिपुरुषौ।
विश्वसृजादिपुरुषौ।
नमो नन्ताय बृहते नमो नमः कृष्णाय वेदसे।
नमो
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 दन्ताय
बृहते
बृहते नमः
नमो
कृष्णाय
कृष्णाय
वेदसे।
वेदसे।
साङ्ख्ययोगवितानाय ब्रह्मणे परमात्मने।
साङ्ख्ययोगाभिधानाय
योगविज्ञानाय ब्रह्मणे
परमात्मने।
परमात्मने।
Namastubhyam Bhagavate Krishnaya Kuntamedase
Namastubhyam Bhagavate
Krishnaya
Krishnaya
Narayanaaya Rushaye Sushantam Tapayushe
Narayanaaya Hrishye Sushantam Tapasye
Namastasmai Bhagavate Krishnaya Malakirtaye
Namastasmai Bhagavate Krishnaya Malakirtaye
Yodatte Sarvabhutanam Abhavayoshati Kalaha
Yote
Yote
Sarvabhutanam
Sarvabhutanam
Bhavayoshati Kala
Namastasmai Bhagavate Vasudevaya Sakshine
Tasmai Bhagavate Vasudevaya Tasye
Ya idam kripaya kasmai vyachachakshe mumukshave
Shaidam Kripaya
Idam
Tasmai
Kripayakshamaye
Vyachakshay Mumukshave
Vyakshamaye
Yogindraya namastasmai shukaya brahmarupine
Yogindraya
Yogindraya
Namastasmai
Sukaya
Shukaya
Brahmarupane
Brahmarupane
Sara sarpadashtam yo vishnu amuchate
Samsam Sarpadashtam Yo Vishnuratmamuchat
Bhave bhave yatha bhakti padayostava jayate
Bhave bhave yatha bhakte padayosu tau jayate
तथा कुरुष्व देवेश नाथस्त्वं नो यत प्रभो
तदा kurusva devesa nasam tvam no yata prabho
नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्व पाप प्रणाशनम्
नाम sankirtanam yasya
Namyasya
sarva papa pranashanam
Sarvapapapranashanam
प्रणामो दुःखशमनस्तं तं नमामि हरिं परम्
pranamo dukkha
Pranamam Tam Namami Harim Param
हरे
samam
कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Hare
राम
Krishna,
राम हरे हरे
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Jai.
हरे कृष्ण
Very good.
Jai.
Wonderful. Mukunda prabhu, you recited like a typical South Indian Brahmana.
with your blessing hopefully one
Very
day.
good, very good.
Yeah, so this is our regular Anushtup Chanda, right? So yeah, maybe little variation is there here and there.
Yeah, the tune is like a typical Vishnu Sahasranama tune. All the South Indians, especially Telugu people, they are very used to it. So that's the reason I
Oh,
wanted to sing in Vishnu Sahasranama so that everybody can connect to it nicely and they will relish it much better.
but only one thing, Srinivas Prabhuji, or like if we can have this in Telugu, that would be really, really helpful.
నేను పంపించాను
We
కదా ఇప్పుడు
had
today.
Eh, okay,
maybe
Andy.
next time
Yeah,
we can
I
have
sent
three
it in the
columns
morning.
also. Please tell.
Oh, is it in the morning? Okay, I'm sorry, I missed it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So Shamala asked, yeah, that time I sent it.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to prepare actually. It was not available.
Oh, okay.
I had to prepare. It took 2 hours. I spent 2 hours today. Shamala
Prabhuji,
garu.
Oh my
thank you
God,
so
thank
much.
you so much. Thank you so
Thanks a lot.
much. I was actually trying to do this with Copilot, but then it still didn't do it. Since yesterday night, it still says that I'm working on it.
Oh,
Then
okay.
Sharan Prabhu is our co-pilot.
Yeah, we both are co-pilots.
So Prabhu, it takes with this
Sheshabhavani
method, it
garu,
takes
మీరు
almost 30
yeah,
minutes.
you recited very nicely అండి శేషభవాని.
Oh, thank you, Andy.
And Shamala also. You also recited very nicely.
Thank you, Guruji.
I know others you might have recited maybe silently. I could not hear. Ankita, I was listening in between, but yeah, you both recited very nicely. Okay, so the goal is everyone must learn this recitation. Everyone must relish. Everyone must internalize. Everyone must meditate on these mantras. These are very simple. See, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, it cannot get any simpler than this. This is the simplest of the simpler of the simple. So you can't get anything simpler than this. So all these 50 shlokas, Bhāgavata Stuti Māla. Stuti, like praising. In Vishnu Sahasranama, there is a shloka that says, Stavyastava Priya Stotram Stuti Stotarana Priyaha. That is one of the names of Vishnu. Stavyastava Priya Stotram Stuti Stotarana Priyaha. That means Vishnu or Krishna, they like to be praised. When we praise them with all these glorifying, with all these glorifications, they'll be happy. So that's why we should meditate. Whenever you are doing some passive things, these things should be going on in the background of your mind. You don't have to memorize all the 50 shlokas. Maybe some, few favorite shlokas. Namo Pankajanabhaya, Namo Pankajamaline, Namo Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye. So like that, you can take a few favorite shlokas, memorize them, and meditate on those. So before Mukunda prabhu, before you speak, I just wanted to speak a little bit on the word pranama or nama. In all these shlokas that we have seen, right? There is nama everywhere. And we talked a little bit about nama yesterday. So we heard this word many times, right? Nama. What is the exact meaning of this word? Does anyone know? I don't see anyone's video turned on. If you are able to turn on your video, please turn on your videos.
Obeisances, Prabhuji.
Yeah, that is good. That is the standard meaning. Yeah. What else?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I heard in one of the lecture that Nama means that I don't have any ego, without self-ego.
Okay. You're close. You're close. You're 90% there.
Prabhuji, I think you only told once. Na ma means mine. Na means not mine.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Srividya always answers the toughest questions.
You only told Prabhuji.
Yeah, this is a track record. She has not. He has kept the record. So na plus mama. When you say mama means mine. Na mama means not mine. Those who are familiar with the Vedic mantras, when the pujari is reciting mantras while performing some samskaras or some pujas, what do they say? Idam Krishnaya, idam namaha. Right? Have you heard this? So what does this mean? Idam Krishnaya. That means everything belongs to Krishna. I'm offering everything on to Krishna. Idam Krishnaya means on to Krishna. All this, the result of all the puja that I'm doing, is offered on to Krishna. Idam namamaha, not mine. This is not for me. The benefit is not for me. So that means this word nama indicates surrender. It indicates surrender. That is the Charama Shloka of Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Krishna says, abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender to me. So whenever you are offering obeisances, Nitin Majumdar Prabhu said, nama means offering pranama, namaskara, offering obeisances. So when you are offering obeisances, this should be our mood. The mood of surrender. And there are two types of that pranama that we offer. Two different methods for men and women. For men, it is dandavat pranam. That means you fall like a stick. Danda means stick. Dandavat pranam means you offer pranam by falling like a stick, falling on the ground like a stick. And when you fall on the ground, 8 bodily parts should be touching the ground. So it is mentioned in a shloka, Dorbhyam Padbhyabhyam cha Janubhyam Urasa Shirasa Drisha Manasa Vachasa Cheti Pranamo Ashtanga Iritaha. Dorbhyam. So what are these 8 different parts of the body that should be touching the ground? Dorbhyam means our arms, 2 arms. 2 arms, but you should count it as one. Okay, one part. Padbhyam, 2 feet. Okay, that is counted as one. Janubhyam, knees, 2 knees, both knees. Urasa, chest. Shirasa, head. Drisha, your eyes. You see the Lord. Okay. I mean, when you are falling on the ground and offering Sashtanga Namaskara, you most likely you close your eyes or you don't see anybody, right? Because your head is falling down. You're looking down on the ground. You don't see the deity or you don't see the person in front of you. That's why before you fall on the ground, before you fall on the floor, you have to take a look at the deity, or you have to take a look at the Acharya or Guru. You have to take their darshan first and then fall, so that you can invoke this drisha, the drisha element, eyes. Okay, your eyes should be engaged, and then manasa, your mind should be engaged, and vachasa, you have to say some prayers, all the prayers that we are reciting, right? You can keep one of the prayers as a standard prayer for a few days, and then after a few days you can change it to another prayer, like that. So vachasa, words. Cheti, the words basically. Cheti is the action. So pranamo ashtanga iritaha. So like this, you offer Sashtanga Pranama using all these 8 limbs of your body. And for men, for ladies, it is only 5 limbs. So Panchanga Namaskara or Panchanga Pranama. So the Urasa and the Urasa is not involved there, and Dorbhyam, the feet are not involved there. Sorry, Padbhyam, the feet are not involved there. So for ladies it is 5 limbs. For men it is 8 limbs. So you engage all of your 8 limbs or 5 limbs in a mood of surrender, and while you are offering this Sashtanga or Panchanga Pranama, you say some prayers, one of these prayers, and you meditate. Okay. Yeah. So that's all I wanted to say, Prabhu. You go ahead now.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, very nice, Prabhu. Thank you for explaining Ashtanga Pranam and Panchanga Pranam. So, Prabhu, I was thinking time check, like it's already maybe 7 minutes left. So should we? I was thinking to go through the first verse from these 50 verses.
We can go. Yeah.
We can go?
Yeah,
okay. Okay. So let me share my screen. Because then we will go through yeah, Prabhu, I copy pasted this is the source. It is Veda based from vedabase.io. From there we have taken. So let's read the word by word meaning of the very first verse which we recited, right, from these 50 shlokas.
Yeah.
Very first.
This is available on Vedabase already?
Yeah, this verse is not in Vedabase. I copy pasted into the Word document. I mean.
This is a Word document. Oh, it almost looks like Vedabase.
Yeah. I prefer this way too in my other Bhagavad Gita class also, because whenever there are notes in between, I can take my notes in the Word document here itself.
Okay.
That is the format. Yeah. So Prabhu, so also when I was like, when we are reciting these prayers, right, we should also consciously kind of focus our mind that what this verse means and in what context this verse was spoken. So I was checking with Gauranga Darshan Prabhu's Bhagavad Subodhini, that is very easy to navigate. So in this particular, this is from the first canto, second chapter, and this particular section is in this particular section, the section title is Lord Krishna in relation with his various expansions. So his various expansions are described in the previous verses in this context, and different worships of the Brahma, worship of Lord Brahma, worship of Vishnu and Shiva is explained, and then the worship of the demigods is also explained. And I think there are there is a mixed audience, and so also for my purification, I will repeat a few things. So Krishna here in this particular context, in this particular section, the essence of all processes is Vasudeva. That is a theme of these verses. And Srila Prabhupada, he has very oftenly, he has mentioned in the many purports and throughout the Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam that demigod worship is not recommended, right? So what example Srila Prabhupada gives is there are 33 crore demigods, right? And they are just the administrators of this material world, and it is not possible to worship all the demigods. So the example given is watering the root of the tree. So rather than when we want to nourish the tree, we don't put the waters on the leaves everywhere, but only if we put the water at the root of the tree, and all the tree is nourished, or the water will reach to all the branches and the leaves of the tree. So similarly, we don't have to worship all the demigods, because there are so many demigods, and it is practically not possible to worship each and every demigod. So rather, if we just worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, then our prayers will reach to all the demigods, right? And also there is even like for our material desires, or our we want to progress on the path of the devotional service, we should always worship Lord Sri Krishna. And actually we are not supposed to worship, or we are not supposed to ask any material things to Lord Sri Krishna. But since we are not a pure devotee, when we are on the path of devotional service, we are still progressing. So even though we have material desires, still we should ask those material desires to Lord Sri Krishna rather than asking it to any demigods. And reason for that is when we ask something to Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna, he will first purify us, and then only he will give us what we are asking. And this is example, very good example, Madhachandra Prabhu recently gave in one of the class, that if child, let's say our child is there, boy, and he goes to the pawn shop and he is asking there for the cigarette, for example. And the going to the demigods is like to going to that pawn shop, and that pawn shop person, he will just look at that request as a transaction. If that boy is giving money to that pawn shop person, then as a transaction, the pawn shop person will return give him cigarette, right? So even though that is similar to going to demigods for the material desires. So if demigods will not care whether that is good for us in the long term or not. As a transaction, whatever we are asking, he will give us. But let's imagine that there is a pawn shop person is our father, right? So when when that boy will go to that pawn shop person and ask him for the cigarette, not only that father will not reject him, to deny him to give that, but also that father will slap the boy. So similarly, Lord Sri Krishna will give us only what is good for us, right? So, and in the process, he will give us whenever we need it and whenever it is good for us. And if we are asking something, any material to Lord Sri Krishna, he will first purify us and then only he will give us. So that is the reason it is recommended not to, even for the material desires, we should not go to the demigods, but we should go to the Lord Sri Krishna. So in that context, so this verse is telling that, let's read this verse one more time. Vasudeva paraveda, Vasudeva paramakaha, Vasudeva parayoga, Vasudeva parakriyaha, Vasudeva param jnanam, Vasudevam param tapaha, Vasudeva parodharmo, Vasudeva paragatihi. So there are all these 8 different things are explained that why we should. Vasudeva is Paraveda, right? What does it mean? Let's read the translation. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In the revealed scriptures, the ultimate object of knowledge is Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead. So that is Paraveda, right? Veda means knowledge, revealed scriptures, Veda. So the ultimate object of knowledge is the Lord Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead. The purpose of performing sacrifice is to please Him, right? Then next one is yoga is for realizing Him. So Vasudeva Para Yoga. Yoga means mystic paraphernalia, right? And then all free activities are ultimately rewarded by Him only, which is Vasudeva Para Kriyaha. Before that, there was Vasudeva Para Makha. Makha means sacrifice, right? Makha is a Sanskrit word which means sacrifice. Then He is a supreme knowledge, and all severe austerities are performed to know Him. Vasudeva Paradnyanam means knowledge. Vasudeva Param Tapaha, all the austerities. Vasudeva Parodharmo, religion, dharma is rendering loving service unto Him. Parodharmo. And He is the supreme goal of life. Vasudevam Paragati. Then Srila Prabhupada here in the purport, he explains everything in more detail. So we can go through this one by one. What does Veda means? Very commonly, very superficial understanding of Veda means all these 4 Vedas, right? But what is the Sanskrit meaning of Veda? The root word of Veda is to know, or the knowledge, right? And all that knowledge is given in the Vedas. That is why it is called as Vedas. So Vasudeva Paraveda. So Vasudeva himself is all these revealed scriptures. And also in the Bhagavad Gita, we have studied this verse, like 15th chapter. Sarvasya chaham hridisannivishto mattasmriti jnanam apohanam cha vedesya sarver ahameva vedyo vedanta krudveda videha chaham. So what is the purpose of the Vedas? The purpose of the Vedas is to know the creator of the Veda. And who is the creator of the Veda? Is Vasudeva, Lord Sri Krishna, right? And next one is Vasudeva Para Makha. Makha means here sacrifice, right? What sacrifice means? Whatever yagya we do, right? Whatever different of sacrifices we do, and that also there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita in the 5th chapter. It is called as a peace formula. Who is the ultimate beneficiary of the all the sacrifices is Lord Sri Krishna. Bhuktaram Jagatapasam Sarvaloko Maheshwaram Srudam Sarvabhutanam Jnatva Mam Shanti Mrichati. One who knows that the Lord Sri Krishna is ultimate beneficiary of the all sacrifices, what we are doing, then that person is at peace. That person will attain the peace. So that is how Krishna has explained that even in the Bhagavad Gita also, that Vasudeva is Paramakaha. He is the ultimate sacrifice. All sacrifices goes to him. And also Srinivas Charan Prabhu said, as like we do any yagya and also, so we always say Krishna Arpanamastu at the end. So everything is offered to the Lord Sri Krishna because he is the ultimate beneficiary of the sacrifice. Then Vasudeva Para Yoga. Yoga means mystic paraphernalia, right? So nowadays, very common meaning of yoga is just merely having this bodily exercises, doing some asanas and all. So, and Srila Prabhupada also very often he talks about the 3 levels of realization, right? So what is the highest level of realization? To understand the Lord as a supreme person. So there is a personal relationship of the Lord. So there are 3 levels of realization. The first level is understanding Lord as a Brahman, because many people, they have understanding of Lord or God as some light or some energy. That is very basic level of understanding. What is the next level of understanding? That mystic yogis. And that's what Prabhupada is mentioning here, Vasudeva Para Yoga. So this mystic or Ashtanga yogis, they will do Dhyana, Dharana and Samadhi, so that they will realize the Paramatma in their heart. That is the second level of realization. But what is the next level of realization? To understand Lord as a person, and we have a relationship with the Lord. First, we should understand who we are and what is our relationship with the Lord, and we should perform the devotional service. We should render devotional service to the Lord. So that is the highest yoga, right? That is the highest mystic paraphernalia. So that highest mystic yoga is Vasudeva himself. Then Vasudeva Parakriyaha. Vasudeva Parakriyaha here means fruitive activities, right? And in Bhagavad Gita also there are many places, there are different fruitive activities or karma kanda, karma or kriyas are explained. And also like there are five or six kind of runas. So we are indebted to our parents, we are indebted to our guru, we are indebted to our relatives, we are indebted to our forefathers and so on. So Vasudevam Parakriyaha. So according to the Vedic scriptures, we are indebted to all these different kind of people, and we are supposed to repay that by offering them, prayers and offering them, doing puja for them. For example, Pitrudan and all those things. So here in this verse, it is told that Vasudeva Parakriya. So we did not have to, when somebody becomes a pure devotee, one did not have to worry about all this kriya. If he offers his prayers and he offers his puja to Vasudeva, then it is sufficient. So we don't have to get involved into all these different kriyas, right? So that is how it is explained that Vasudeva is para kriya. Then Vasudeva param jnanam. So that is param jnanam is we also saw, like with reference to this also, Veda is nothing but a knowledge. And who is what is the ultimate knowledge? Ultimate knowledge doesn't mean we have some knowledge to professional knowledge so that we can we can earn something to run our family. That is not the knowledge. Our knowledge is not about reciting shlokas very proficiently or knowing Sanskrit and things like that. What is ultimate knowledge? Ultimate knowledge is to understand who we are and who is the Supreme Lord, right? So that is the knowledge of the self-realization. So that is the knowledge, and that knowledge is, and once who has that complete knowledge, then they can understand Lord Krishna. He is the highest knowledge, or understanding Lord as he is, as a supreme person, is the real knowledge. Then Vasudevam param tapaha. Tapaha means here austerities. So different kind of austerities we do. That also Vasudeva is a receiver of that. Then Vasudeva paro dharmo. Dharmo here means religion. The English translation of that is dharmo is religion. And Prabhupada has explained it multiple times that our understanding of dharma is normally it is Hindu religion or Christian religion or Muslim religion. That is very superficial understanding of word dharma. Or also some people may say, no, we are not Hindu, but we are Sanatan dharma. So that is the next level. But what is Sanatana? Sanatana means eternal, right? Eternal. But what does it mean? What is our eternal dharma? So the real meaning of dharma is the our swabhava, or what is our swabhava. So the dharma means, what is the dharma of the sugar? Dharma of the sugar is sweet, right? Sweetness is the dharma of the sugar. So dharma of the fire is heat. Heat is the dharma of the fire. So similarly, what is the dharma of the living entity? The dharma of all the living entities is to serve the Supreme, right? To serve or to render the loving devotional service to the Supreme. So one should understand that our real svabhava is to serve. And if we are not serving Lord, Supreme Lord, then we will be serving our family members in office, we will be serving our boss. So we should understand that what is our supreme dharma. So Vasudeva, worshipping the Lord Shri
We are
Krishna,
not
is
serving God, we'll be serving dog.
God. Yeah.
So you are in the family right now, so you cannot use that example.
Yeah, but we should know why we are serving our family, so that we can serve the Lord. That aligned consciousness.
It's a
But I feel
perversion
that, yeah.
of God to dog.
Yeah, that's true. And the last one is Vasudeva Paragati. Gati is goal of life. So one should understand that what is the goal of life. Normally, somebody passes away, we say the prayers like that person should get the Sadgati.
Sadgati Praptirastu.
Sadgati Prapto. So that is Sadgati means better position, better destination. But what is the highest destination? Highest destination is Vasudeva. Vasudeva Paragati. That is the highest goal of life. So I think that is the prayer we should offer. So these are the aspects which are covered in this particular verse, where these 8 different how our different things they reach to Lord Sri Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. That is all I wanted to share.
Yeah, nicely explained, Prabhu. So I just want to add 2 sentences and then we can wrap up. So if we look at all different aspects that are mentioned here, right? The goal of all different aspects or goal of all these different activities that we do is one and only one, that is Vasudeva. Vasudeva Sarvam Iti. Whatever you do, the goal is Vasudeva. So in this shloka, there is Karma Yoga mentioned, there is Ashtanga Yoga mentioned, there is Sankhya Yoga mentioned. All different types of yogas are mentioned. The goal of all different types of yogas is one and only one, that is to remember the Lord and to serve the Lord. Etavan Sankhya Yoga Bhyam Swadharma Parinishtaya Janmalabha Para Pumsan Ante Narayana Smriti. We are all very familiar with this last line, right? Ante Narayana Smriti. So at the time of death, one should always remember Narayana, Vasudeva, Krishna. So, but in the material life, when we are in the conditioned state in the material life, we are all trying different things for our happiness. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kurunandana bahushaka hyanantascha buddhayo avyavasayinam. Those who are resolute on this path of Bhakti Yoga, their goal is one and only one. What is that goal? Vasudeva. And for a person who is not determined, who is not resolute, their path is multi-branched. So sometimes they try Sankhya Yoga, sometimes they try Jnana Yoga, sometimes they try Ashtanga Yoga or Karma Yoga, Karma Kanda, or some people don't even follow anything, they just lead an animalistic life. But whatever they do, their goal is to be happy. But if we keep Vasudeva happy, then everybody will be happy. We will be happy and everybody will become happy. That is what Vasudaika Kutumbam, right? So if we keep Vasudeva happy, then the entire Kutumbam, entire family in the world, entire world will be happy. Vasudaika Kutumbam. So that should be our goal. Yeah, that's all I wanted to add, Prabhu. Anyone else would like to add anything? Any comments, questions, reflections?
Prabhuji, one quick question.
Yeah.
Like Vasudeva happiness you said, right, Prabhuji? Means remembering itself make Vasudev happy, Prabhuji? Or true?
Remembering, serving, singing his glories, everything.
Okay.
All the 9 limbs of the bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Use all the Navavida bhakti to serve Vasudeva and make him happy. Or even if you serve Vasudeva using one of the limbs, for example, pranama, offering prayers. If you sincerely offer prayers, you take only one limb of the 9 limbs and you practice that very sincerely. Vasudeva will be happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, one doubt, Prabhuji. Like we say Vasudeva, right? So the literal meaning usually that strikes to common people is like, okay, son of Vasudeva, right?
Son of Deva.
Oh, yeah. So before Krishna took descendant, right, 5,000 years back, before that also we were calling him Vasudeva. So what is the any other deeper meaning of Vasudeva? Because it is mentioned right in the first chapter onwards, right? So what is the actual meaning of it? Other than, the one who resides in everyone's heart, and son of Vasudev, Devaki and Vasudev.
Yeah.
That is the common thing it strikes to us. Other than that, do we have any inner meaning?
I don't know anything else. Even though Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago, and,
Right.
Since then we know Krishna's name as Vasudeva, who is the son of Vasudeva, but his name is eternally Vasudeva because Vasudeva, who is the son of Krishna, who is the father of Krishna 5,000 years ago, he is not just the father of Krishna 5,000 years ago, but he is an eternal associate of Krishna. He is an eternal associate of Krishna. Vasudeva is an eternal devotee, eternal associate of Krishna. So the Leela that happened 5,000 years ago, that is not the first time that it happened like that, right? It's a Nitya Leela. It's a Nitya Leela. That's why Krishna's name, Vasudeva, is justified eternally, before 5,000 years ago, after 5,000 years ago, for all times to come.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prabhu, I think that's the right answer. But I think Prabhu also, maybe, I don't know the answer, but his another aspect of his question, whatever you answered is the correct, because it's a Nitya Leela. So even before his father was, it is because in the previous cycles or in other Kalpa, it was already there. That is one aspect of the answer. And maybe his question, and I don't know the answer, but also from the Sanskrit point of view, what does if we go to the root of the word Vasudeva, so what does it mean? Maybe that is the aspect of the question he has. Maybe. That's what I thought. Maybe we can find out that.
Maybe there could be
That's a good question.
some other meaning. We can research.
But at least in the Vedabase.io, I don't see, always it is given as a son of Vasudeva or Supreme Personality. At least in the Vedabase, it is not given. Sanskrit root word meaning, but we can find that out.
Yeah. Yeah, we can research. But I never heard of anything else other than this.
And one day, in a funny way, my younger daughter was asking, Daddy, Krishna, who gave that name to Krishna? Is it like after he took birth, someone called him Krishna because he is all attractive, or before taking birth, who gave the originally that name to Krishna? She was asking. I could not answer.
It's an eternal name. See, all of us, when we go back to spiritual world, we will have name. And Krishna's name is eternal. And also 5,000 years ago, when Krishna was born, Garga Muni named him, saying that I'm going to name this boy after his color, based on the bodily complexion, because Krishna was born with a dark complexion. Garga Muni said, Garga Muni is the priest of Nanda Maharaj. Garga Muni said, I'm going to name this boy as Krishna, because Krishna means black or dark complexion, like that.
Yeah. Even Draupadi Mata name also Krishna.
Draupadi also has a name, Krishna.
Krishna, yeah.
But there is a small difference. We say it's Krishna, but actually it is Krishna, not A at the end.
Yeah, Krishna.
It is Krishna, and we should say Krishna.
Krishna.
We in English, Arjuna, Krishna, we say like that, but it is actually Krishna. And Draupadi is Krishna.
Krishna, Dirgham.
Krishna.
Long syllable, Dirgham. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So Shiva Prabhu, so tomorrow you want to recite these shlokas?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And,
So,
yeah.
yeah, you practice it. I know you are good at recitation. If you want to practice tomorrow morning, you can do. Otherwise, we'll see
I'll
you
do, Prabhuji.
tomorrow.
Sure, Prabhuji.
You can decide.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, I think it's 9:36. Thank you everyone for joining. Hare Krishna. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you.
Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Padiki Jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you.